behavior, all those things. And then the expert systems is basically you are an expert in one field, then we are trying to make AI as an expert in one specific sector. So here you see this things, machine learning, and this is computer vision. It is recognizing all the birds, cars, and this traffic signals, everything. And here is the speech recognition. Basically, you have something you said, and then AI analyze it, and then it is done. And here's natural language processing, basically trying to use, there are different words, there are different languages, there are different grammars we use, and same word has different meaning in different context. All these things needs to be understood by AI, and that's under the branch of NLP. So there are some terminologies which we need to understand. These terminologies keep growing more and more. This session is about we trying to use AI, but not trying to create a new AI. So this is a general session which will be helpful for anyone, irrespective of their field or domain. So here we are not trying to learn to build a new AI, but we are trying to learn to use the latest tools. So in order to use any AI tools, there will be some terminologies like machine learning, deep learning, language models, GPTs. Don't worry about it. These things will come and go, but then it's just that we need to at least understand the definition of it, or at least know the full form of it. But ultimate goal is how are we going to use it? To develop, that is a separate data scientist related stuff. But to use it, we don't have to much worry about it. So what is a large language model? So they, when you say internet, what is available in the internet? The internet consists of a huge data. So data can be images, data can be text, data can be videos. So a lot of different types of things are available on the internet. And then this is huge data. So training this unlabeled data with a lot of parameters, then that model is called large language model. Primarily, this language processing. So primarily we talk about text processing. So the definition, something which you can see and go through that. But then it's primarily you have a huge amount of data and you are training that data with a lot of weights in it. And that is called a large language model. And again, it's not labeled. If you see, remember in the past, when someone who knows machine learning, they will be labeling it, and then they will try to create a training data. And then you can, after once your labeling is done, training is done, then you will start testing it. But here the large language model is bringing all different types of text informations, put it, and then you get that model out of it, and you can use that model to generate the outcomes. So GPT, which is standing for generative pre-trained transformer, it's a type of large language model that uses deep learning. So primarily, its main intention is to generate human-like conversational text. This is by definition. But what you have to learn is that there are many large language models which are coming in the market. GPT is one type of large language model, but Facebook is coming with one, and then the other companies are coming with many other types of large language models. So Google has Lambda, Facebook has Llama. So like this, there are many other companies which are having different types of large language models. GPT is one type of large language model, and this is being used for ChatGPT. Let's not worry more about this. So next, let's go ahead and start looking into what's ChatGPT, OpenAI. So first thing is, what is OpenAI? So OpenAI, from last year, people started hearing more about OpenAI, but OpenAI is a company which has started in 2015 as a non-profit company founded by multiple people and backed by many companies, whereas Elon Musk was one of the co-founder of this OpenAI. But due to the conflicts, I guess he has resigned as a board member. He says it's a conflict between his Tesla's AI and OpenAI, but he never showed back in OpenAI. But then OpenAI continued with other members, and Microsoft started backing OpenAI. It has first invested $1 billion, and then recently it has invested $10 billion because it wanted to get that GPT, which is developed by OpenAI, into their products. So OpenAI, when you say it's kind of a standalone company, but it is now a for-profit company. It was started as a non-profit, but then it has converted into a for-profit in 2019. And Elon Musk was one of the co-founders. There are many other co-founders, and Microsoft is backing this. And right now it has invested $10 billion into it, and it's going really, really well. So ChatGPT is a product or a large language model, which is GPT 3.5. There is evolution of GPT. GPT is started from GPT 1, 2, 3, 4. So GPT-4 is the latest version, which is having a huge parameters or weights. What does this mean? Is the amount of data on which it is trained, the amount of complexity, or the amount of the processing and logic it can take is getting better and bigger. So GPT-3 has 175 billion parameters. Parameters, again, this is a machine learning or the statistics related terminologies, which means that it is big. GPT-3 is big, but GPT 3.5 and GPT-4 was much, much bigger. So let's see the demos. Let's not look more into this stuff. So the first thing is, the first thing is, if you have never created anything, then first thing is you need to create a OpenAI account. So go to platform.openai.com, and then you need to create an account. Creating an account in OpenAI is free. And once you create an account, you will get $18 to start using OpenAI. So once you have created an account with your email ID, then you can go to chat.openai.com. Chat.openai.com. So chat.openai.com will primarily get you access to the chat GPT. And then you need to log in with, if you are not logged in, then you need to log in with your OpenAI account. So now this is chat GPT. So what does this does is, it has been trained on internet's data. So for example, this is trained on 2021 December data. So till 2021 December, whatever is in Wikipedia, whatever is in Stack Overflow, whatever is in the public facing websites, it has scraped everything, and then it has been trained, and it is able to answer from that snapshot of the data. It doesn't have live information. It's not connected to internet. It doesn't have live information. So what it can do is, primarily it's a natural language processor which can understand what we are typing, and then it can hit that snapshot of data, and it brings the outcome. So what it can do, let's say I want to write a letter to my municipality and about stray dogs. So I'll ask GPT, hey, can you write a letter to municipality? So I'm saying, write a letter to municipality. I'm giving spelling mistakes as well. Let's try to see how it can recognize everything. Write a letter to municipality about stray dogs. So it's not logging. So there is spelling mistake. So let's see. So now it started writing letter. So the difference earlier and now is, So the first thing we used to do day in, day out is primarily we used to go to search engine. We used to go to search engine and then we start searching for everything. So what happens in search engine is you get 10 different websites and you keep clicking one after the other until you find the answer. Whereas now with this GPT models, what happens is it's not trying to get just the solution to your problem. It's trying to pinpoint directly your question and then get the answer to it. It's not just answer to a question like it's what is the capital of India, okay, Delhi. No, not that part. It's actually trying to solve what you need. It's trying to do what you need. So for example, here it has written something, the presence of has become a major nuisance in our area. So now let's say that I need to add or delete something. So it has the context of questions. So it has the context of questions. So now I'm saying that add recent dog bites and vehicle chasing. So what it does is it has the context. Now I said, hey, try to do something. Then it is having the context and it is trying to add that part into what it has already generated. So this is primarily it has the memory of those things and it is trying to amend those things. So this is a simple example. Similarly, if you say that, okay, I need to write an email to my manager about promotion, or I need to write an email to my customer, or I need to write like, for example, let's say that create a movie script about talking pen. I'm just saying some randomly, some movie script. I need to create a movie script. So it is creating a movie script about writing pen. So here the scene with a shot where pen starts speaking. Yeah, this is primarily giving me the whole movie script where there is David, Jessica, or something. So if I don't like it, so I didn't like it. Okay, I don't like the script, and I say that regenerate response. So now what happens is it is trying to create another script. It's not something which is already written in the first go. Now it is trying to write something else. So this is the beauty of ChatGPT. It can hallucinate. It can try to create something new. So the creativity part is awesome for this GPT. Oh, it's still writing. It's writing a big yeah. So quite out. So it has written a beautiful story for me, which is not existing, something brand new it has. So it has learned from the existing snapshots. It used its creativity and it has given me a new thing. So now, okay, this is great. This is good. But what fascinates me, what makes me more interesting thing is it can do a lot bigger, like writing code, like helping us to debug code. So now my primary, because I'm a software developer, so my primary interest is, hey, I need something which is out of the box for coding. So let me say that write Python program for reading Excel and writing to PDF. So this one is my task. So if I need to do this, I go to Google. And then in the Google, I search it and I go to 4 or 5 websites and copy paste it and run it and see whether it is working or not. But I'm using ChatGPT. So what this does is it writes me a very well-defined Python program, which mostly works. 90% of times it mostly works. And then you can just copy paste and you can run this. So it also gives the explanation. It also gives the comments of it, and it's really very neat and clean outcome. It's not just a simple part. If you want to develop an Android app, like it's Python, right? No, it also given the explanation. We first load workbook, and then to create PDF, it has used this thing. For example, I don't like, let's say, I don't want to use this package. Then I say, don't use this. So then what it does is, okay, sure, you can use pandas library. So it has changed from Open Excel to pandas. So this code is this. For example, now let me say debugging. The next big part is, for example, you have some issue and you need to debug it. So let me say I use this and then I say wantedly I wanted to miss something. So let's say that I missed this part and then I say debug my Python code. So I entered and now I'm asking it to debug. So what it does is it added the missing part. So that is the beauty of ChatGPT. That's the beauty of ChatGPT. So it will actually debug. The code you provided is missing the closing parenthesis. So there was a problem with this. So what it does is it has corrected me and given me this code. This is amazing. I have never seen before GPT such a powerful thing which can actually write working code, which can actually debug my code, which can correct my code, which can do anything. So now let's think you need to write a legal document. Let's say you need to write a user manual. Let's say you need to write a school article. Let's say you need to write a research paper. So everything, because it has everything in its model, then it should be able to give you a very neat outcome. And this will be very, very beneficial. At the same time, this will be also a big issue. For example, for a school students, they said that, hey, you go ahead and write a new article about let's say something which they are doing as a science fair or science exhibition, and they are something as competition. Then they start using GPT and they'll say that, okay, just generate me an article, and it starts generating. And if they don't like it, because they don't want to copy each student, so they'll keep clicking regenerate. They don't know what is actually in it, but GPT does it. So GPT can be used in a wrong ways as well. And then people are worried. Some countries are worried. Some countries banned it. Some educational institutes banned it because this is too much. And the websites are also worried because the whole Stack Overflow, let's say that the whole data so far related to code is in Stack Overflow, and it has scrapped everything in Stack Overflow, and it has its in its model, and it's able to generate this beautiful code. And now websites are worried that, hey, now ChatGPT has taken everything which we have. So there are also legal issues in the codes where that ChatGPT is being using our website without our consents. So next important thing is prompt engineering. So what is a prompt engineering? So prompt engineering is, let's say that, let me go to playground. So once you log into platform.openai.com and if you want to upgrade to paid subscription, you can upgrade. Or if you want to do a look at what is existing in it, then you can do it. So there are multiple models. Next part is ChatGPT. You have seen some examples. Now let's see what is playground. So I go to platform.openai.com and playground. Now in the playground, let's see what are the things available. So here is the models. First thing is, here is the models. There are multiple models in OpenAI. There are multiple models in OpenAI. The latest model is in ChatGPT. So GPT 3.5 is being used for ChatGPT. And there is a newer version, GPT 4. It's available only for paid people, which is ChatGPT Plus subscription, which is $20 per month. Only to the paid subscribers, they are giving GPT-4, which is much powerful, or 100 times bigger than GPT-3. So now there are some other models like DaVinci, Curie, Ada, Babbage. These are less powerful models than ChatGPT. Less powerful models. But however, this will also give you things. So here there are some parameters. For example, if you want more let's say that your outcome should be having more number of text characters, then you can drag this. So for this model, the maximum outcome can be 4,000 tokens. So what is a token is primarily it's kind of a word. How many words you get, because the pricing for this APIs or the pricing for OpenAI happens with number of words or number of tokens you are using. So for question, how many words you used, for answer, how many words you used, based on that, the pricing happens. That's the reason they count everything in tokens. And there are many other properties. These properties are how many top 10. For example, I wanted to get 5 results, then you can change it. So there are many parameters which you want to use it. Chat, insert, edit. There are many options. If you want to go ahead and play around it, then go to playground. And here you can write, okay, explain, or let's say that, write email to can promotion. So I'm using text Davinci 003, and when I click on submit, then I will be able to see the email, subject, email, everything. So now to understand these things, how it works, you have to go ahead and keep changing these things and start working on this so that you understand how the parameters work. So these parameters will be useful if you are writing your custom code. So here, from here, if I want to take this and build something for my example or build something for my product, then you can say that view code. So here you get code for Python, Node.js, Perl, JSON. And if you are a Python developer, you can just copy paste this, and then you will be able to paste it in your application or in your Python file, and you will be able to run this exactly, and you will be able to get the outcome. So now where am I going to use this? What are my use cases? That part, let's see in a bit. So let's see the prompt engineering. So for example, let me remove all those things. And then here are some presets. Here are some presets. So summarize this for a second grade student. So you have given something, and then you are saying that summarize this for a second grade student. So what the best part is, whatever you want to get it, you say it before. So if you want to debug code, say that, hey, debug the code. If you want to rewrite something, then you can rewrite something. So there was a big issue of rewriting. Like you used to use a lot of different tools to rewrite or to create a blog or to do anything. So you just say rewrite this without plagiarism, then it will be able to rewrite stuff. So if you say that, okay, debug this, then it will be. If you say that create a table for me, it will create it. So I'll just show you how the prompt engineering works. And you need to understand what you need. You need to give it with a proper prompt. So for example, it says, what is difference between citizen development and professional development? So I clicked on submit. So it has given me, it is giving me this way, but I wanted it in a table. So let's say that I wanted it in a table. So let's see how it generates. See, now it has generated it in a table. So because it's in a playground, it's you are getting this way, but you can actually go to ChatGPT and then give this prompt. So what it does is, what it primarily does is it's able to get the table. See, here you will be able to see the table. Now, so, for example, you want to create a SQL table, create a sample table for employee. Now, no, I don't want this way. And so I wanted create SQL for above. So when I say this, so it started creating the create table employee, and it has given this part. And then if I say that create sample insert statement, it will do it. So whatever you need, if you give the proper prompt to it, then it will be able to get it. So for example, natural language explain code. So here are some things which, for example, you have a code and then you say that, hey, can you explain the above class code? When you submit it, then it is able to explain the code. So this way, I would highly recommend you guys to start looking into this part. Convert a text to a programmatic command. Ask for a consistent some bread, and then it says something. I'll show you another example. Let's say you are a console application. Answer commands. Let's see. So what it does is, I said, hey, you are a console application, which means that you are a terminal. You are a terminal. If people have worked on Linux, when you say console application, it's a terminal. And now I am saying, hey, can you answer the commands? And I said ls. Ls means directory listing, and it is showing me the sample. So now I'll say ls-l, which means it also should give some lengthier details. So it is giving me the permissions, who is the user, who is the owner, and all those things. So now let's say that you are a interviewer. Can you ask me questions? Or you are a HR. Can you ask me questions? So this prompt. So what is your, okay? So it can mimic, it can imitate, it can actually do a lot of different things. It's not just a direct question and answer. It's an AI, which means that, for example, if you're talking to a human being, what you can expect, the same thing you can expect from this thing. So it is a natural language processor, which can answer a lot of different things, not just answering like Google, but also it can act, it can mimic. It can do like, if you say that, hey, you are Steve Jobs, and can you answer things like Steve Jobs? You are Donald Trump, can you answer things like Donald Trump? So similarly, there are some restrictions which they are trying to change with the latest GPTs, because some things are biased, some things are incorrect, some things they shouldn't do it. So that's the reason they are trying to restrict it. But then it can do a lot of other things. So there is next playground. There are examples. So you can go to examples. Here you can see a lot of different types of examples. So code related examples, JavaScript to Python, write Python docstring. So there are many examples. Go through some of the examples. This is really helpful. Interview questions, create interview questions, directions, chat. Go and have a look at these examples. This will definitely help you in creating some good prompts. It's not that directly you ask a question, get an answer. Sometimes you need to prompt it saying that, hey, this is this, and you analyze this, and you are this, then do this. Then it will be able to create that scenario and do it for you. In fact, if you are not getting proper outcome, then your prompt is not right. What is a prompt? Whatever you are writing here is called a prompt. Do it right way, prompt engineering will be getting the right answers to it. So there are examples available. You can use this. So the next part is APIs. So if anyone are developers here, and what OpenAI does is it sells their APIs, which means that it's not just selling the ChatGPT, it is also selling APIs. You can use this APIs to develop something at your company or in your organization or in your startup. The AI product you can develop. So for example, I wanted to develop something for my, let's say that I have a communications or media company. And then people use my products to create some designs or to write some blogs or to do anything. So now I can integrate ChatGPT to it. So for example, let's say there is a Wondershare Filmora software. And that software earlier it is just for editing videos or screen recording. Now they have integrated ChatGPT to it, which means that to create a video, you just have to give a text, then it will automatically create the draft video for you. How? Because now you give the context. I need to create a session, then it will go ahead and then ask the question, okay, what kind of presentation you need to make? I'll say that chat GPT session I need to give, then it is going to create a video for you. How? Because it is integrating with this APIs. So there are multiple models available. The latest model which is available for API is GPT Turbo 3.5, but GPT-4 API is also available. These APIs are really, really helpful to develop anything, to integrate chat GPT or to integrate GPT into our products. I'll show you more examples of it, but there is APIs which you can use in your products. It's not that you have to go to OpenAI and only use their products. You can also use this GPT into your products using APIs. And if you are a developer, then I would highly recommend you start looking into APIs, because this is something which you can definitely bring into your products. Or if you want to create a new startup, then think of an idea of AI and then try to bring it to life with the help of this APIs. So let me quickly look at what are the things. Okay, price. What is the price for this? So APIs are having some price. For example, 10,000 words is something $0.002 dollars. And there is a chat GPT is by default free. But if you need more, for example, you can upgrade it, which is $20 per month. What is this going to give is, sometimes it comes the chat GPT is overloaded and you won't be able to access it. So if you are upgraded, then you don't get such messages. And also the new features are always in chat GPT plus. So GPT-4 is available in GPT plus. So that's the reason you pay. But for companies, APIs are the key. So companies will be paying morely for APIs. So that's the pricing part. Playground we have seen, and there are multiple APIs where you can primarily get the code and everything from here. So for example, I need Python code. You go here to APIs and say Python code, and you can copy paste and start using this. So there are multiple things which you can do. Completions API is something which we have been using. So you have a prompt, you enter it, and there will be a completion, and that's called completion endpoint. So this is APIs related stuff. Okay, what are the alternate products? What are the alternate products than ChatGPT? So the alternate products are, first thing is Microsoft has started integrating OpenAI related ChatGPT or GPT products into Microsoft ecosystem, like Microsoft 365, Bing, Edge, and then Power Platform. Everywhere GPT is being integrated. How good is this? So let me show you this part. So this is Microsoft Bing, but this is not the Bing. If you have not joined the wait list, I'm not sure if it is directly available to public yet, but there is a new feature called chat. There is a new feature called chat. It was not available earlier. This is called new Bing, where it is exactly same as chat GPT, but the context here is in search engine. So for example, let's say that I wanted to write the same program here. Let's say I wanted to write the same program here. So I'm copying this part and then I'm pasting it here. So now it is going to, it is using power of Bing and power of GPT. So power of Bing and GPT means Bing will try to search in websites and give the reference to it, and GPT will actually give the answer to it. So now I'm expecting that this code is there, but it has not given any references. Interesting. Let's say I'll write Python code for deepfake recognition. So what it does is it's primarily trying to get the answers, but also trying to get from which website it is trying to get the answer. It will give the references to it. Yeah, so the first reference it is using is medium.com. And there is second reference from Analytics India, Mac.com. So it is using the power of Bing as well as the power of GPT and trying to give the answers. So if you don't want to pay anything, you can use new Bing feature, which is absolutely free. There's nothing you don't have to do anything. You can just use this. But sometimes I felt that GPT is giving better answers. This Bing is primarily focusing on search related GPT rather than giving me the answers directly. Sometimes it say I don't want to write it. So my experience is that with Bing, it's good that you get the website where it is coming from, how it is coming from, and you go for more reference. But if you need direct answer and you don't have to worry about where it is coming from, then you can use ChatGPT directly. And the next thing is the other thing is the new feature of Discover. So the new feature of Discover in Edge. What I'm using is the browser is Edge. So now, let's say that I go to LinkedIn and I wanted to post something on LinkedIn. Or let's say that I wanted to upload this video which is being recorded into YouTube. So now I have a new feature or extension called Bing Discover in Edge. And if you are already through the new Bing feature waitlist, if you have not joined the waitlist, I would highly recommend go to bing.com/new. So go to bing.com/new. Here you will say join waitlist. You click on join waitlist, and within few days you will be able to get into it, and you can start using the new Bing feature. And once you are through, then you will be able to use this Bing Discover. So what this does is chat by default, it's similar to Bing chat. Whatever you ask, you will ask it. There is Compose. This is very, very helpful feature built within directly in your browser. So Compose, let's say that I wanted to write email. For example, I need to write an email. Here is my Outlook open. Let's say that here is my Gmail open, and I'm saying write a email about product refund. So it's professional. You can say email, and should it be short, medium, or long? And I say generate. Because I have not given more context, it will be giving something generic. But if I give more context about what product, what are the details of it, then it start giving me the better things. So here you can copy this thing, directly copy it and use it here. So this feature is really helpful. So now let's say that I wanted to create video description for YouTube on topic. Let's say that topic is ChatGPT use cases. So when I say this, I need a blog post, and then I say long, and I click on generate draft. Then it is going to give me some draft. So I can use this, and while creating the YouTube video, I can use this in the description and copy paste it. So that is how this Bing Discover will be helpful. It's really, really powerful. And the other thing is you can directly, for example, you can directly select something. See, once you select, so select something, introducing the new Bing. Here you see that in the chat, it says, okay, selected text to chat. Do you want to send it? So for example, if you are on a website, let's say any website, let's use this. So I select this. So once I select, here it shows what I have selected. And if I want to get more details of it, I click on send. Then it is going to explain me this. So it's going to respond to this. So if you are on any website and you want to get more context, you just select it and then you will be able to get the explanation of that part. So this is really, really helpful. This is really powerful. I like this feature a lot. The next thing is, this is again in preview. You have a wait list for this. And the next thing is, hopefully I can connect to Bard as well. I'll showcase Google Bard. These are all free things. Again, these are all things coming up. These are all free. You don't have to pay. And then this is going to definitely change everything. Sorry, in India, Bard is not yet launched. So I had to connect to American servers to get that access to Google Bard. Google Bard is a same chatbot like Bing or ChatGPT. Sorry, I think there is an issue. I'll try one more time, and if it is working, I'll leave it. But Google Bard is similar to ChatGPT, but it because Google is lagging behind in this competition. Hopefully, it's. So Google Bard is another powerful chatbot. It will be soon integrated to Google search engine, and then you will be able to do all the things which we are talking right now within Google, like how we are doing it in Bing. We will be able to do the same thing. So here is, let me quickly go through. So here is Bard and the same thing. So this is in experiment yet. So I can say that, okay, write a Python code for fit. The same thing, it will be able to give you answers. And the biggest difference between ChatGPT or GPT-4 and anything else is Bird is connected to internet as well, which means it can give the real-time answers. So this is the power of a Bird, because it is connected to internet. Now it will be able to say everything. So when I go to my this thing and say what is date today, it won't be able to say it because it's not connected to internet. It's not connected to real time. So that is the biggest drawback of ChatGPT. Whereas the Bing and Bird are connected to internet, which it can pull information from internet as well. So here, everywhere they made sure that these things may be inaccurate or biased or offensive, and it is in trial. So once the trial is done, at least then it will become little better. They have given Google it button as well, so that if you find it, it's not relevant. For example, I don't want this one. I can just click on Google it. Then it will open it in Google to get related searches. So here is the related searches. I go and click on it and it will be able to open it. So this is again Bard. This is Bing, and then this is ChatGPT. So similarly, I'll go back to my session. So similarly, there are many other AIs available out there in market. So I'll play one video. I'm not sure if you are able to see the video and audio. I'm playing it. Let me know if you can see the video and audio. Can you hear the audio? Can someone just unmute and say?
Shahansha. Yes, we are able to hear.
Okay. So this is Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I'll say you what Copilot is. First, have a look at the video.
Audio is not that clear.
Let me reshare it with the audio. Okay, at least see the video because audio is just a music. So see the video. So what is Copilot? Copilot is AI assistant to us, AI assistant to us in Microsoft products. So what does that mean is, so for example, you wanted to create a PowerPoint slide. So I have created this PowerPoint slide, right? If I wanted to create this PowerPoint slide, earlier, if you want to create 15 slides, you have to create 15 slides and you start writing the content. Now, with the help of AI Copilot, you just give the context. You say that, hey, I need a presentation, 20 slides of presentation for ChatGPT session, which includes, let's say that introduction, benefits, disadvantages, future, then it is going to create me 15 slides. That's called Copilot. That's the power of GPT. They have integrated, Microsoft is front runner of AI. They have integrated GPT into all their products. It has been integrated into Teams. It has been integrated into PowerPoint, into Word, into Excel. So now you say that, hey, I need to create a article in Word, something like I need to create a request for reference, request for proposals. I need to send an email. It is also, Copilot is also available for Outlook, which means that, hey, write an email to my client, then it is going to write it. So you don't have to go somewhere and then try to write it. It is directly integrated into all the Microsoft products. So it will make our lives much, much easier. At this point, it is in private preview. It's not available still in public preview, but it is coming soon. Within a month, it will be in public preview and it will be available for us, which means that in your PowerPoint, in your Excel, in your Word, you are going to see some option called Copilot. and it is going to help you. Like you just need the context. You say the context with parameters, and it is going to write it for you. It is going to do it for you. It can read your email and say that, hey, write a reply for me. It will write a reply, and you edit the reply and send it. And you want to create a draft document, you give the context or give a sample template, it will create the draft one. This is going to be a game changer. This is going to be a super game changer. And there is something called Power Platform. And in that Power Platform also Copilot thing. So it's like earlier you have templates. Now you give the context. For example, there is data works. You say that, hey, I need to create a table in my database. Then it is going to create the table in database. And you don't even have to say the columns or types of the columns. It will automatically create it. And if you want more, then you just type and say in natural language, I need this. Then it is going to create it. Microsoft's Copilot is a game changer. If you have not heard about it, start looking at it. And then the early people will be definitely ahead of the curve in AI. So what are the other interesting AI tools? I know the time is up, but I would like to take few more minutes. It is really useful to have a look at it, and then I'll go to question and answers. So I would extend 10 more minutes. So there are many other AI fascinating tools. I have given a try to many of them. Copy.ai is good. There is AI Lawyer. There is app builders. There is text to voice. There is chatbots. There is already, if you go and Google, like I need AI presentation, you just Google it, you will find a lot of tools. In LinkedIn also, if you are active, start joining some of the AI groups. You keep seeing new AI tools coming left and right every day. And these are all amazing tools which will help you get productivity. Let's say that you need to create YouTube shorts, or you need to create YouTube videos, or you need to create some training videos. Earlier, you have to take so much of time. No, now people are doing in an automated fashion. Like you have a script. Where are you going to get the script? You will get the script from ChatGPT, and then the script will be created from a line, and you have a fascinating script, and that script will be given to text to video converter. There are AI text to video converter, and then it will create the video within minutes. Similarly, so now there are people who are automating this whole stuff, and they are uploading one video per minute. They are not doing it. They are using AI to do it. And they are earning so much of money out of it. So there are many ways which AI opens up to speed up the productivity, to speed up the automation. And it's not just text. Now it is coming to images. It is coming to voice. It's coming to a lot of different things. There is something called DAL-E. Time permits, I'll showcase. So what is future? AI, this GPT or large language models are going to be integrated into every product we use. AI is coming to every product which we are using. Why it is coming? It is going to speed up things. It is going to boost the productivity. So augmented reality, virtual reality, Internet of Things, digital twins, AI, automation, these are all interrelated to each other. And whatever the hardware is improving, that is going to help. Now, robotics. So let's say that this GPT is installed in a robotics. The robot can now make its own decisions. A robot can write its own code. Robot can get the answers to whatever human asks. Robot can actually do the stuff which human asks. So at the same time, now Microsoft has started deploying this GPT to a drone. So earlier, whatever you need to do with a drone, you need to program the drone in a way that it behaves. For example, you need to drop a package to certain destination, then you need to code it in a way, and then you change the code every time or do something so that the drone does what you need. But now GPT is installed into this drone. So what it does is drone itself can draw the map. Drone itself can deliver the package. Drone itself can create a new program for itself. So similarly, there are many devices, not just the robots. There are many devices which will become intelligent and independent. They will be able to write their own code. They will be able to navigate on their own. They will be able to do things automatically rather than every time we are creating some new program or some new software update. They will be able to do that on their own. So they become autonomous. So that's the future where we are going. Everything will become autonomous based on this large language models, natural language processing, deep learning. So careers, so this is very important. The first thing which I say is that we should be front runners in learning these things, for understanding these things, knowing these things. At least the first basic thing which you need to do is know what is happening. Know what is happening. We keep watching news, right? So if you start watching AI news, then you will understand what is happening. Facebook is doing something, Google is doing something, Microsoft is doing something, startups are doing many things. Every company is in AI race. Every big and small company is in AI race. And every consultancy or every services company, IT company or non-IT company. I'm from a non-IT company and it's my construction company. They are also running behind this. Every company is running behind. Some companies are running behind creating this AI. Some companies are running behind using this AI ahead, because they don't want to wait for months now. They don't want to wait for years. They wanted to immediately start using it, take the benefits of this AI. Because earlier, the use cases of AI were very limited. Hardly I know anyone using it for production or any real-time use cases. But with this, there is an immediate boost in productivity. So once the Copilot of Microsoft is on, every company start using it immediately, because it's going to be a game changer. It helps in productivity a lot. So if you are a freelancer, like the content writer, designer, blogger, or a developer, start using GPT, because this is going to reduce your time a lot, and you can do more freelancing stuff. So you can do more projects in less time. And integrators, say there is a huge market for people who can integrate GPT into customer products. For example, let's say that there is a product out there in market, and they wanted to bring GPT to it, or they wanted to bring a chatbot to their website. So who can integrate GPT or the large language models into their products, they are going to get a big boost. So if you're a developer, start exploring this APIs of large language models, and then see how we can integrate it, how we can integrate this GPT into customers' product. So that's the key, integrating AI into customer products. The existing product will stay, but then you want to bring the AI capabilities of it. So then that becomes more intelligent product. So the researchers, obviously, if you're doing PhDs, research or anything, surveys or anything, this is going to help you immensely. And if you are a business leader, enterprises has to adapt this. So visionary leaders who can bring the change and start making organizations adapt these technologies faster, they can move vertical heights very fast. So the people who can bring this AI and showcase a huge difference, they can move vertically very fast. So that's a good opportunity if you are a leader at lower levels. If you want to move vertically high, bring this into your organization. You'll be able to. And trainers, there is a huge market for training AI, training this AI tools, not how to build it, but how to use it, or both, how to build it and how to use it. If you create YouTube videos, or if you create Udemy videos, or if you go and trying to the organizations how to use it, there's a huge market for this trainers as well. There are downsides as well. These things are still in previews. These are biased. These are giving incorrect answers. These are lacking the context. These are lacking the emotional intelligence, and these are lacking. Sometimes these are lacking the live events. So what is happening right now, that is also not available to this. And these are bringing the privacy and security related issues. For example, you are having a document and you want that document to be given to ChatGPT. Don't do it yet, because your organization has some sensitive information, and if you start copy pasting that or giving that document to ChatGPT, they say that they are not retraining it. Earlier they used to store that information and retrain it, so you don't know exactly what is happening with your enterprise information. So you should be really careful using chat gpt in some industries, like for example finance industries. So you never know the data is leaked. So you should be very careful in using these kind of chatbots, giving information, sensitive information to them, because still there is no guidelines. There is no really like robotic laws. There are some things, at least fictually, there are no AI laws yet set. So there are huge concerns about ethical concerns, how this is going to behave. How is this going to be? Now, whatever is written in Wikipedia, we think it is right. So similarly, the next generation people will be just thinking that whatever AI gives outcome, that is right. Who is working on whether it's biased response or is it right response, or it doesn't know exactly what it is saying. Sometimes it hallucinates. It's a big concern. There are no foundations laid all together for this AI chatbots or large language models. It's just a model which gets a huge data from internet. You give an input, it searches your internet and tries to get the response or create a new response. So the closing thing is, AI is not going to replace you. This is a question everyone keeps asking. Hey, what will happen to my job? What will happen? Because now everything will be done with AI. AI is not going to replace you. In fact, AI is going to increase the productivity. It will augment. It will be augmented. For example, you are doing something, you can use AI. It's like Google search. So you use Google search, it's not going to replace, Google search is not going to replace your job. So similarly, AI is not going to replace your job. But then there is a threat that if you are in a company where you are not using AI, and there is a competitor company where they are using AI, yes, they are going to get more market. Yes, they are going to crush you. Similarly, the person who knows AI will replace you. Who uses AI will replace you. So the closing note from my side is start using AI, start reading AI news, and start thinking in the direction, how can I use AI to do my tasks, to do my work? Because this is going to definitely be a winner to you rather than something random. Like eh, I started using it for my day-to-day work. I use it day in and day out. Like for example, I don't know how to write .NET or Node.js. So I can do that now. I can easily write Node.js application. I can easily create Android app. There are people who has created Android apps, iOS apps, websites with the help of this large language models like ChatGPT. So that's interesting. So you can do that as well. You can create your whole project with this GPT. Be the front runner. This is a gold mine, newly found. Everyone is jumping. Big companies are absolutely behind this, and then all the other service oriented companies are trying to showcase as if they are started using this and they are good at it, because they wanted to get the market attention and customers attention, so that they are good at it and they implement it for their clients. And then people keep asking, how can I make money with these things? There's no simple way, hey, you can do it. The ways are, you can do freelancing with this GPT and get money, and then you can develop something as a product with this and make money. You can make videos, tutorials about it and make money. And then you can get some suggestions on making money from this GPT for other things. But there is no direct shortcut to make money out of it. Again, there may be some suggestions. If you go to YouTube, there are many people who are doing this. For example, you can develop an Android app with GPT. So in short, Android app, if it clicks, it's money. So that's how people are using it. So yeah, this is yet again needs to be monitored, governed under human assistance, because not every answer is right. It's sometimes biased answer, sometimes incorrect, sometimes it hallucinates. Yeah, that's it from my side. If you have any questions, come on mute and let me know. There are many things apart from that, but within one session, this is what we can do. Yeah, you can unmute and ask questions. Okay, there are some questions in the chat window. Can AI take tasks and modules current being processed in ERP systems like SAP? So AI, for example, this GPT can be integrated into these systems. So once the GPT can be integrated into these systems, that AI will have access to these systems, and then it will be able to do the things for that systems. So the integration is key. Like Microsoft, how it is integrating GPT to its products. Every company started trying to integrate GPT to their products. Once they integrate it, then things become much easier, faster, and more automatable. As, would there be professional qualifications like that of a ERP developer or application specialist in specific industrial? So every company has a R&D earlier, but now every company started thinking about creating a AI group because they wanted to see how AI can be steered within the company, and they are starting AI committees in each company, and they will continue to invest in each company about AI. And what was the question? Would there be a professional qualification like that? Specific industry. Here for development of AI, there is a specialist. For using of AI, there is no special professional qualification for usage of AI. There are news where chatbot helped boost business. How does that help, and can it help? So there is one part which I skipped, which is use cases. So there are multiple ways organizations are taking benefit of it. They create chatbots, they create automations with this GPTs. So here are some examples: customer engagement, internal employee engagement, employee retention, policy reviews, legal document reviews, legal documents, request for proposal creations, and replying to customers, replying to requests for proposals, uh, reviewing some documents, doing sentiment analysis, a lot of different things. And also this is being used within organizations where people are doing professional development, because earlier people anyway using Google to do it, but now they use GPT to do faster coding. Again, there is something called Copilot for GitHub. Copilot for GitHub is another amazing product where you can directly, like, your coding can be reduced by 50% because 50% is already generated by Copilot, GitHub Copilot. So this GPT related use cases are available in every industry. It can be useful for every industry or every space, either for boosting development, either for directly engaging with customers, either integrating it into the client product and making it better. Yeah, any other questions, you can unmute and ask. If you need customer success stories, go to OpenAI. There are many customer success stories. I think recently every website started integrating with ChatGPT. For example, there is a travel company, and the travel company integrated GPT. And how does it help is you customer comes earlier, they have to click, do this. But now customer comes to this travel website and says, hey, I need 5-day itinerary to Europe. Then ChatGPT is used, and the 5-day itinerary is clearly planned along with all the options. It's not showing 100 different things. It's showing only one option, like the GPT, ChatGPT, and then all the itinerary is clearly mentioned. And GPT is integrated into that product. Now it can be really helpful. So similarly, GPT is integrated into media industries to create news, to create videos, to create blog posts. Like sooner you will see only the AI content generated. For example, Times of India. Times of India started, I'm not saying Times of India started, but companies like Times of India are somewhere where they write so much of articles. There are so many people who writes it. But now they will use GPT to write it, but they will review it before it is posted, just to review it because it's connected. And it's able to create the articles very easily. So there are many industries which are taking care of it. If there are no questions, then I would let you go. Thank you so much for joining this session. And this is also very useful for children. That's another thing which I forget. Students, make your students, make your kids start looking into ChatGPT, start looking into new Bing and Bard, because this is going to be amazing. I know my colleagues, kids who is like sixth standard or someone who has created an app with the help of GPT, because they understood that, hey, I don't have to know coding at all. We can directly use it without any issues. Oh, there are so many charts.
Yeah, there are some more, Shahansha.
Oh,
So there is one question. My daughter is planning to do MS in data science in UK. What is its scope in the future job market, as we will be investing a lot of money? Please guide.
so what was it? Can you repeat it?
So looks like her daughter is planning to do MS in data science in UK.
Okay, okay.
What is its scope in the future job market, as they will be investing a lot of money?
See, data science is the future. Data science is AI is the future. So I would say that if people are interested in doing it, top talent in data science is going to get huge demand, because this AI, the background is data science, and then everything which we are doing today. If you see Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, they have very top talented researchers in data science, and they are being used. So if we are doing data science from a very good industry with so much of interest, we are going to definitely get a very good package and settle wherever we want. I would say that if she is interested, go ahead and invest it if you can, and then use it. However, one issue is that, yeah, within India, AI is not yet there. And in fact, every company is not even starting AI products or anything here. So we are a good consumers, but we never start or do something new on our own. We'll be the end consumers. So people, whoever are trying to do something in data science, they have very they are definitely migrating to US, UK, places like that, where they have more opportunities and more companies where they can use it. In India, yes, there are data scientists, but not really up to the mark where they can create a new product.
Okay.
Opportunities also. Yeah, next question. Can you help?
Can my team, there is a question from Mir Ahmed Saab, can my team use just the algorithm from chatbot 3-4 pointing to my sources of document and or social handles such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc.?
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. GPT can be integrated to all your products. You can reach out to me or Google it. So there is not just GPT, there is also open source GPTs available, how you can create your own GPT and you can run your own GPT as well. But then that is so much of development work, so much of resource work, so much of hardware, all those things. So creating our own GPT from open source is also an option. We can actually create chatbots like ChatGPT directly within our PC as well. But it needs so much of development work and other things. If you use directly ChatGPT API and then connect to your product, then you can create many things out of it. You might be thinking that, hey, what can I do with my product? But start thinking in the direction, how can I bring AI to my product? In that context, you can use ChatGPT APIs and interact with your product. Your team can definitely start exploring this. How can they integrate ChatGPT into your product? If that is the question, yes, that's the answer.
Okay. So there is another question. Which is the best writing website for making money using ChatGPT?
Writing website. There is Fiverr.com. Not sure if people are aware. Fiverr.com. It's a place where you can sell your service. So if, for example, you are a logo designer, or you are a programmer, or you are a content writer, you can go to Fiverr.com.
Type it there in the chat.
Yeah, there you can create your service and you will be able to make money. Yeah. Next, any other questions?
There was one more. I'm just checking.
Training plans. Do you have any further training plans? I am creating a Udemy course. Once it's on the way. Once I create the Udemy course is complete AI usage. I am not a AI developer, but I am a AI usage person where whatever comes in the market, I try to see how it can be useful for my business or other business and explore this product. So I'm creating I regularly create YouTube videos and also creating Udemy course where you can, once that is done, I'll publish in my website. And you can keep watching that. You can follow me on LinkedIn as well, so you can get the updates there.
So there is one more question. How can a web, mobile, full stack or front-end developer prepare for impact of ChatGPT-like tools? How can we use ChatGPT or like tools as identifying problems and creating software solutions, unlock entrepreneurship opportunity?
Right. My brother is a full stack developer. He's Azure plus .NET and React Angular developer. He started using GPT from Jan, and then he is saying that he has improved the quality. Like, for example, you need to write test cases, you need to write some useless stuff, documentation, this, that, and you need to write some sonar cube or something related to that. So the quality of code gets better. The what you need to write, the time to do that gets better. So there are companies who are giving ChatGPT plus to their developers because they see that the productivity is increased. So instead, if you're thinking, will this impact me in negative way? In a positive note, companies see that there is a huge growth in productivity. There are companies which are giving ChatGPT plus to their employees so that they can work faster and finish things faster. So there is definitely boost in productivity, and you can start using ChatGPT and you can see that, hey, my coding has definitely improved and the productivity has definitely increased. If you are a developer, go ahead and start use right now, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. What will be the future of Google in light of ChatGPT, it seems?
Google is introducing Bird, Google Bird. Google Bird is also a very good large language model from Lambda, and Facebook is also has their own Llama, but Google will bring, like Bing, it is going to bring that Google Bird into search engine. So we'll, instead of Googling, we will also use Bird to get the answers. So once it is publicly available, yes, there will be impact. People will stop going to ChatGPT and they'll start using Bird. So it's just that it is little behind the game. However, it's too early to say because Google is going to bring image, video, text, a lot of different things to it. And Google has started already implementing this Lambda to its products like Google Docs, Google Drive, and everything else. However, definitely Microsoft is ahead of Google in all these things. Search engine, if Google doesn't do this faster, it is going to be, yeah, definitely in trouble. But Bird I have tried Bird. I started liking Bird, in fact, because it's connected to live internet, whereas ChatGPT is not. So Bird has a competitive advantage there where it is connected. Whereas Bing is again new Bing. It's not giving good answers like ChatGPT or Bird, but Bird is giving better answers. There are sometimes it's giving wrong answers as well. But yeah, a Bird, you can join the waitlist for new Bing and Bird, and then it's definitely going to be a game changer as well. Please post your question. So what can teachers explore on AI? Teachers, so so there is a big problem whether students having writing it right or not. You can go to my website shahansha.com. There are some other sessions which I have given on AI, or there are some tools. Detect AI. So for example, if a student is coming to you and then saying that, hey, I have written this article, you can check whether he has written it or AI has generated. So detect AI content is something which I have developed. I'll just go through. This is very important for education related purposes. So that's the reason I will go through this. So I'm going to my website. This is, yeah. So I have created a tool called Detect AI Content. This is very useful for teachers. This is a good point. Thanks for bringing up this. So what happens is people now use GPT to do anything, and then they say that, okay, I have done it. But then what we need to do is we need to definitely in future, there will be a time where what is real, which is generated by human versus what is generated by AI becomes very hard. So this itself is a research topic. So I have created a very basic initial AI content detector. So if you put some AI content which is generated, for example, let's say that I have created this. Okay. So you copy paste it and you click on check, which will say whether it is created by AI or it is created by human. Again, sometimes this is wrong. So we have to be careful while evaluating things. Students can use chat GPT directly and start using it for their assignments, for their research, for their surveys, for their articles, everything. In fact, chat GPT is very, very good in medical field as well. So if you ask what is your health condition, health system, if you explain it, my mother has a kidney related issues. I was asking ChatGPT about kidney related issues, which she has especially. It was giving very, very impressive outcomes about it. And ChatGPT has got passed through MBA from highest universities. ChatGPT has passed through doctor. I mean, it has a lot of different things which it makes it qualified. Again, you should be very, very careful using this for your organizations, for your specific purposes, because it has an way that it gives wrong answers as well. But ChatGPT is impressive. It's able to do a lot of things. Students can absolutely start using it right away. And you'll see that how you can use it. Even going forward, even if you write a small paragraph, you will use ChatGPT. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, we answered all the questions.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for being there on the call. There's 100 plus attendance. This is great. If you have more questions and stuff, you can definitely reach out on YouTube or on my website or on my LinkedIn. Because of the response, I guess we can also conduct the next session where we can talk about other AI tools like DAL-E, where image generation and also video processing. Like you have a script, you want to convert it into video, you can convert it within minutes. So there are many things like that, amazing things coming. And then I think Copilot will also be coming soon. So we can also start talking about how to implement things with Microsoft Copilot. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yeah, I think thanks, Shahansha, so for taking us through these new tools in the market. And one thing which we should be learning from Shahansha is that he is a quick learner, and whatever he learns, he shares with others. So this is the key thing which we should take it from today. So if you see his website, all the new technologies, he is the front runner to learn those things and then share with us. So he's a regular speaker here in this forum. So I request others also to come back to us if you want to share something, whatever expertise you have. And every Sunday, one or the other sessions, we'll be having it. So utilize this opportunity and share this information with other students, faculty as well. So we have kept it on Sunday so that the students community can also get benefited with this. And the experts from the industry, they can come back to us. And if you want to share something, or if you need something, we can try to have those kind of sessions here. So it was a great session today. So many participants were there. That shows there is a key interest in learning the new tools, new things in the industry. So we should keep up this and too for learning the new things. Thanks a lot. Thanks for taking out this time.
Thanks, Jazakallah, for arranging this.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes. Thank you.
I'll try to answer some questions in the chat if I see. Thanks.
Yeah. So then, sir, it will decrease the logical thinking. What's your thought? Okay. So you can